Howdy, y'all. Air gun Sunday. Okay. Well, it is air gun. We're going to be dealing with how I get refill my air guns in the field, kind of, you know, in backyard, whatever. Instead of using a compressor every time, you fill these up, and then you fill the air guns up with these. But we have a major problem, very major, and it's very I won't say dangerous, but it's a very situation you don't want to try to be into. Okay, I have a valve on here that I picked up from the people in the gray trucks. Been great. I got one on this bottle and I got one on my bigger bottle. But last time I took this out, I had a problem. The knob won't open the valve now. Right now it's kind of halfway spinning and it locks up, and don't know if the knob is stripped out or what. I can't figure out how to get it apart just yet. And I didn't want to do anything to it until I could get the air out of the tank, because this thing still has about 3,200 psi in it. So what do you do to get the air out if you can't open the valve? The only thing I can think of right now, because I don't want to mess with this and then something comes shooting out. So what I'm thinking here is on the burst disc here. The burst discs are usually sealed at the bottom. These are British pipe taps, so they're just straight threads. So if I crack it just a little bit, it ought to let off the air. So that's what we're going to try to do. I got a good, it's a 3/8 diameter, and I got a 6-point wrench, so try not to all right. Don't know if you can hear it. Let me. So it's leaking. We're going to leave it right there till it finishes airing out. So we'll be back as soon as this thing is empty. Okay, we got it all drained out. Here's the burst disc. See, it seals on that face there. So we got no PSI, no PSI. All right. They're just hand tight. The O-ring does the sealing. Thing is soaking wet from condensation from it leaking. It took me nearly 30 minutes to get it all out. So we can now go to the bench and work on this thing. So let's head to the bench and find out what happened. We can work on this thing safely now. So all right, see y'all at the bench. Okay, so we got it all broke down. I took everything off of it, you know, took the gauges off of it, marked them. This is the side for the gun, And this side is the tank one. Here's the bleed valve. When you're taking the fill port off of it, make sure you don't lose this little spring that goes in there, kind of like I just did. There it is, and it goes in there like that. I dropped it again. Burst disc, you'll see me already take that out. Okay, this little piece goes on the bottom here. This is for the it's an orifice is what it is, to not allow the air to just blow out real fast. So all right, so next we have this goes in here. Let me try to zoom in here a little bit more. There's a hex there that the knob goes on to, and then it's held on with this nut. This has spinner wrench holes on it. So what seems to be the problem is in this. As this spins, obviously you see, I'm seeing brass here, brass shavings. It looks to me like it somehow come loose out of there. It was spinning around. This has a seal on it. It seals. You probably can't see down in there, but there's a seat down in there that sits on. So let me get all this cleaned up, if I can get my butterfingers to work, and see if we can figure out why it's doing that. Okay, I have determined the problem is the seal has been compressed too much, which when you turn this, it comes out like that. Let's see. Let's go all the way open. All right, that's all the way open. This cannot move in and out. So when you have your knob on here, it's up against this shoulder right here. So when you screw it in, it goes in past. This has slop in it. It's designed with slop in it. The distance from that shoulder up to the bottom of this nut is wider than the thickness between here and here in there, which allows it to slide a little bit. So when you go in, right around there is where it's actually touching the seat inside of the valve body and locking up. Problem is now is, see, you have this slop in here because the seal is wore out, indented more. You have to rotate it more. When you do that, you come out here and you get outside of the key. See, just turning it. It's not, it's out of it's outside of the driver, and that's what's happening. So we'll just have to figure out how we can fix this. Either replace the seal, that would be the easiest, or make something else new. So let me figure out what to do on that seal. But that's what the problem is. The seal is indented too much, allowing me to have to turn it in too much. See? That's the problem. The seals wore out. Okay, so I will see if I can make a new seal for it, and we'll go from there. So we're going to end this video right here. Stay tuned for any updates. Thanks for watching.